Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm Jen Maurer, Assistant Director of Athletic Communications. And as we continue in the Gettysburg Great Games, we have Patrick Santini, who is a 2018 graduate from the men's soccer program. And we're going to have him talk about September 30th, 2017. But before we do that, we want to kind of give you a highlight leading up to that game. So the Bullets started the 2017 season winning 5 straight. Then they fell in back-to-back games, which one of those games, including 16th ranked Johns Hopkins University, they get back in the win column, beating McDaniel, and then the next game was against 23rd ranked Haverford College. So the Bullets came into with an overall record of 6-2 and 2-1 in the Centennial Conference. Now, Patrick, heading into that Haverford game, you already had registered your first career hat trick of the season, I should say, and second career. And the hat trick that you did before was at Washington College. And then against 23rd ranked Haverford, you erupted for a career high 4 goals, tying the school record with your third career hat trick. And so I'm going to have you kind of start off with how the goals unfolded. Now, Haverford scored early on. They scored within 3 minutes, but then you fought back, and then within 7-8 minutes roughly, you scored the first goal. So go ahead and talk us through on the first one.
Yeah, so it's a little while ago, so my memory might be a little bit blurry. But from what I remember, I think Zeke went down in the box, and so I think it was a pretty straightforward penalty. I didn't see it. I don't know what happened, but it was a penalty, and I stepped up to take it, and I think I put it like upper right. And that was something that I had practiced a lot with a lot of our goalkeepers, Nolan in particular, as well. And so it's just a typical straightforward penalty. I don't think that there was much else to remember about that one. But Zeke definitely got the assist for creating the penalty.
And then talk about the second one. It also came pretty closely after.
So I think the second one, I think Raf had it on the left side of the field, and then he slid it into Jonathan Molina, who found me probably right around the penalty spot, and I turned, and at that point I was just looking to place it. I wasn't really looking to put much power behind it, and luckily I think I found the left post, and it slid inside, and that was probably, looking back, like one of the nicer team goals that we scored that season. Just the build up, and then the finish at the end. I'm pretty sure that was the second goal. I think the third goal was where Sam Lerman passed it to me. But yeah, I think the second goal is probably the nicest one of that game.
Yeah, and then you recorded your hat trick with still 12 minutes to go in the first half. So go ahead and take us through that third one.
Yeah, so I mean, what I remember about that one is I think Sam Lerman had it on the right side and made a really nice move to get by a defender. And then I was waiting for it in the box. I had a feeling he was going to cross it, and I went back post, and he honestly just put the ball right where I wanted it. And I think I was able to head it right inside the near post. And then that, I mean, he couldn't have given me a better cross. And so 2 freshmen, Molina and Lerman, hooked me up on both those goals.
So go ahead and talk to us about goal number 4.
Yeah, goal number 4. I mean, these goals are not, honestly, not that impressive. Like, I didn't have to do that much. I think Molina had like a long run down the left side of the field, and I was honestly just kind of like I stayed back in the box, and he went past the defender, and then I was just right in the middle, and he cut it back for me. And it would have been harder to miss than to score. He put it on a platter for me. And so that was the fourth goal. And so, I mean, that was a pretty cool feeling. I had never scored 4 goals in my life, in one game. And so, that was a pretty cool feeling, especially against Haverford, big rival, 23rd ranked in the country. And I think it was the first time that we beat Haverford in my 4 years. And so it was kind of like a benchmark moment in all of the seniors' careers.
Yeah, so that your performance marked the first four-goal tally for Gettysburg since Chris Pyer, who achieved the accomplishment on September 18th, 1999. And as you just mentioned, that was the first win, going back and doing my little bit of research, that you guys had beaten Haverford since the 2013 season. Now, a question that's been on my mind, and maybe anyone who could be watching this too, were you trying to go for goal number 5 in that game?
100%. Yeah, I really wanted it if I remember correctly. I I remember being gassed towards the end of the game, and so honestly, I was just like kind of cherry picking. But I remember that I was completely. I wanted to get as many goals as I could. Honestly, I didn't get 5, but like if I was given the opportunity, I 100% would have taken it.
Yeah, so for those of you also wondering, the school record for the most goals scored in a game is 5, which hasn't happened since 1984. So any of you current or future bullets, there you go. Yeah, something to look forward to. And so also that win against Haverford too was the first time that you guys had beat a nationally ranked opponent since 18th ranked Johns Hopkins on October 28th, 2009. So what did this win not only mean for you seniors, but for the team as a whole?
I think it was for the team as a whole, for the men's soccer program. It was really like a turning of a corner, because I think when Coach Metric came in our first year, we were good, but we didn't beat any of the best teams in the Centennial Conference, and then there was a theme for the first 3 years. The same thing happened. We barely missed out on the Centennial Conference playoffs, and so senior year, like one of my uh, big things as a captain was like, if we want to make the Centennial Conference playoffs and be considered as one of the best teams in the conference, you need to beat the best teams. And so I think Haverford had won it all the year before and was consistently one of the best teams in the conference. And so when we beat them pretty easily, it was a big moment, and I would definitely say it was like a turning of a corner for the men's soccer program. And I think they've continued to go ahead and beat those teams in the years that I've been gone.
Yeah, so you guys finished the year 13-5 overall, and then marking the program's best mark since 2001. You finished 7-2 in the Centennial Conference, and to earn the team's first Centennial Conference tournament appearance since 2010. Talk about the defensive performance, because there was only 9 shots Haverford took and only 4 shots on goal. So just kind of talk about the defensive performance from that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, that year we had a really solid defense. We had Zeke in the middle. We had Bobby outright, and then Murph on the left. And honestly, I think that was the best. I would argue that was one of the best defenses in the conference that year. And then we also had Max playing goalie. And so that specific game, I mean, I was just, I think I said this, but I was like, uh, I can't imagine going against a defense like that. Like Zeke, you can't get by Zeke. Murph was probably one of the best players in the conference as well, and Bobby too. So I think all 3 of them would have started pretty easily on any Centennial Conference team, and so they were good game in and game out, and then Max as well.
All right, so you just graduated in 2018. So what have you been up to since your Gettysburg days?
Yeah, so it's not as much fun, but I've been I'm actually an executive recruiter at a company called Diversa Partners, where I try to place executives at tech companies like Uber, Snapchat, Twitter, stuff like that. And so it's a little bit like a sales job, but it actually has been really interesting, and I've been doing that for the 2 years since I graduated Gettysburg.
All right. Well, Patrick, thank you so much for joining us and to live back some of your glory moments in your orange and blue. And so for Patrick, I'm Jen Maurer signing off. So until next time, go Bullets.